What's going on, y'all? This is Herbie from lifeasatrucker.com. Got a question from JC out of Chicago. He's thinking about becoming a truck driver. He asks, how do you get a shower and use the bathroom and get something to eat if you can't find truck parking? One of the common complaints for truck drivers about not having adequate truck parking. Well, that's true in many places, but for the most part you'll be able to find parking unless it's in certain areas and if it's late at night. And usually still that's because there's usually parking somewhere around, but in order to find it you will need something like a truck stop directory. A lot of times the main truck stops, the large franchise truck stops, might be full to capacity, and there's a small private or mom and pop truck stop somewhere nearby, especially if you're talking about along the interstate. Now when you get off into the country, that could be a different story, but still, even then, a lot of the little towns that's got a lot of manufacturing and whatnot going on, there's places around that you might not see unless you have a directory. So that can help you a whole lot. And then of course, the best thing to do, again, if you got the directory to use, is to plan ahead. So if you have a trip that's 600 miles, you got a 65 mile per hour truck, then let's say you're able to do it in 10 hours. So from wherever you are, go 600 miles down the road, and you know 600 miles is about as far as you're going to get in your 11-hour driving time when you add in your stops, breaks, bathroom, fuel, whatever. So you try to see what's in the area around that 600 miles or 11 hours away. And that can help you avoid ending up not having truck parking. Plus, again, you know what time it is, so if it's going to take you about 10 hours or 11 hours, then you look at what time it's going to be in 11 hours. That's going to help you. So if it's 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning, you know you don't want to do a whole lot of goofing off and then end up being later at night when you get to your final destination for that day's driving, because the later it is, the more likely it will be that wherever you're trying to park is going to be full. So you want to get there early if you can get there early. So sometimes drivers might goof off up until the last minute, you know, spend all their time getting to where they're going, then by the time they get there it's the middle of the night. So that's avoidable. And there are some cases where you just can't help it. You are where you are. You get to where you're supposed to deliver late and you got to stay there in the area overnight and they won't let you stay on the yard. Stuff like that happens. And in those cases, you can find a grocery store or go to the Walmart and just ask somebody. I usually ask somebody, and I've never been told no. So, and that way you can guarantee that you won't get disturbed. At Walmart, it's usually not a problem, but still, when you ask, then, especially if you see signs up, then you ask. But it could be even other type of places, outlets, whatever. Just ask somebody, and they're gonna let you stay there. They're just gonna tell you where to park and where not to park. And I know you'll see trucks parked on the ramp. I have parked on the ramp, but as time went on, if I can stay away from the ramp, I very seldom ever parked on the ramp in the last few years. When I first went out there, I was like, because some ramps got signs on it that says no parking, and trucks still be parked there. And I was like, well, maybe that's an unspoken situation where they put these signs here so four-wheelers won't park there, so that trucks can park. We'll have that space open to park there, and that's not the case. You don't supposed to park on a ramp. In some states, got signs up, or at different ramps they got signs up that say no parking, and you might see trucks parked there anyway. Well, you're just taking a chance. I've never been bothered by someone knocking on the door, but I heard a lot of guys who got woken up in the middle of the night and asked to move, and some have gotten ticketed. So taking a chance parking on the ramp. Obviously, if you're drained, you don't think you can make it another mile, you got off, went to the truck stop, didn't see any parking over there, and you know, you pulled on the side of the ramp before you get back on the interstate, that's your call. Oh yeah, as far as using the bathroom, getting something to eat, and taking a shower, have food with you, especially if you plan out your trip. Again, you know in advance what's likely to happen, and just in case what happens is something you couldn't plan for, you should always have food with you. And of course, I always say to take your own food anyway, because it's cheaper and you'll have a healthier selection of what you like. And as far as the shower, if you plan your trip, you know you're gonna end up somewhere nothing is at, take a shower in advance and then continue the trip. And if you can't predict, hey, sometimes we have to go a day without a shower. It's okay. If you're a normal person, you're gonna be all right. Deodorant, you're gonna be all right. Plus, you can have your water with you on the washcloth, and you know, take care of what's necessary for a night. Shower. Oh, the bathroom. Yeah, you can stop anywhere to use the bathroom. You know, it's very seldom. Again, it's all in planning. So even if you find you somewhere where you find out where you have nowhere to go before you leave, then you use the bathroom and everything. And if you park somewhere, like I said, a grocery store and whatnot, well, maybe it's the middle of the night. You just have to find something. If it comes down to it, and have you some tissue in the truck just in case, and take a bucket with you. And until you get out there and experience it more, and figure out how to improvise. Because you know, it's very seldom that you're just going to be somewhere where there are no solutions. And I can't hypothetically respond to every potential situation, but you just figure it out. You know, it's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. Just pretend you out camping. And take everything that you would take out camping, have that in the truck for emergencies. And then, you know, you're ready as best as you can be ready. For the rest, you improvise, you work it out. We do it every day. That's part of the adventure, man.